everybody. Just kidding. You thought your screen was frozen. No, I'm just messing around. Hey, everybody. Thank you so much for joining us for another episode of Heat Press Nation Live. My name is Jared. I'm super excited to be here. And, of course, as you guys all know, I got my buddy Chris with me today.
How's it going, guys? Good to be here as well.
How you feeling today, Chris?
I'm feeling good.
Dude, we're talking about some cool stuff today. Today's a fun one.
New item.
New item, yes, indeedy. Should we just rip that Band-Aid right off?
I think we should just go ahead.
All right, why don't you show them what we got today?
All right, so today we have the new swatch book. Comes with 7 different types of transfers.
Check that out.
Like that. You get to see the color on the material as well as the feel. So there's no more guesswork or uncertainty when you're ordering.
Exactly. So ladies and gentlemen, today, as you're seeing, man, Chris is so much handsome and also so much, look at those transfers. There's just so much goodness in one shot. So yes, you guys have been asking us for a long time. We get this question a lot on the phones. We get it a lot in our emails, in our comments. It's like, hey, can I get a sample? And the answer so far, for as long as I've been working here, which is a long time now, the answer unfortunately has been no. We don't send out free samples. We do sell like sample packs of like our transfer papers. We sell single sheets of vinyl if you want to test something out. But we don't actually have, up until this point, we don't really have anything like that you can actually hold with multiple types of transfers all in one place. So we are super excited for these swatch books. Now, before I go any further, I do gotta tell you guys, or not tell you guys, I have to kindly and politely ask you guys, if you're not already subscribed to our YouTube channel, do me a favor and hit that subscribe button. If you want to know every time we are going live or anytime we have to do content, you could turn on that notification or click that notification bell. Make sure you check that out. We're on your socials. We are on Facebook. We're on Instagram. Those are, I feel like, our 2 main ones. So if you're on Facebook and Instagram, head on over to, or you can just find us, just look up Heat Press Nation. Beware, no, if there's no underscore, there's no dots, no dashes, just Heat Press Nation, all one word. Everything else is an imposter. Yeah, but we're really excited. Also excited today because we have our flash discount is back this week. You're gonna get 10% off of all heat transfer paper. So everything we're showing you today, do we have Supacolor on deck?
We do.
Okay, everything except for Supacolor. I know some of you guys got excited. I'm sorry, I didn't mean to mislead anybody. Everything except for Supacolor is gonna be on sale. So all the different transfers that we're showing you today, we have a lot of heat transfer paper to display, to demo, lots of demos coming your way. And these papers are all gonna be 10% off with this code. So it's very exciting, super cool. We're gonna be giving away 5, so I'm gonna grab this. We're giving away 5 of these, so 5 live viewers are gonna win a swatch book. And this is really great for a couple reasons. So I know some shops, you have multiple transfer methods that you use. It's good to have this on hand to just show customers, potential clients. And then those of you guys, you're not sure where to start. You're like, man, do I start with vinyl? Do I go for the white toner? Do I do easy subly? It's all in here. Chris is gonna be showing you that more a little bit later, or in a moment, I should say. It's all in there, and to me, $10 is a really, I mean, it ships for free, doggone. So $10 is a really reasonable investment to get all those samples in your hand, so you can actually touch, feel, look at it. And then if you really want to, you could remove them from like the cardstock holder, and you can actually throw it in your wash. Don't throw the paper part in the wash. Yeah, so really quick, the swatches that are included, Chris, why don't you run us through, because I forget. Why don't you run us through the swashes? Why don't you run us through the swashbuckling? No,
The swashbuckling.
Run us through the swatches that are included in there, yeah?
You got it. So to start off, we have a Forever Laser Dark in the front. This was printed with a Uninet iColor 560 printer. All right. Next, we have the Nina Jet Pro Soft Stretch. I actually have never used this type of heat transfer paper.
That's one of my favorites.
Yeah, so I'm actually excited to see the process for the first time.
Yeah.
And it'll be my initial reaction to it. We have the Parapet Dark Pro Inkjet right over here. And then following that, we have Easy Color DTV.
That's like my new favorite right
Yeah?
now. For inkjet, yeah.
It's very soft, very soft.
Yeah.
And then we have Easy Subly right over here. Next, we have the TextPrint DT, which is the sublimation. Right here, no
Softest of them all.
no feel at all. And
Yep.
then lastly, we have your generic Caesar Easy Weed.
Yeah, vinyl. Just for reference, there obviously Caesar Easy Weed is not a printable. That's some people call it a CAD cut material, but basically something you run through your vinyl cutter. And that's included there for reference. So yeah, so those are all the swatches. You could order yours today at heat.press/swatches. And of course, 5 of our viewers today are gonna get one mailed to them for free. At the end of the broadcast, we're gonna go ahead and be picking 5 winners at random. So be sure you stick around for that. So not only are we gonna show you like the swatches today, we're gonna do actual demonstrations showing the different methods that are included. So Chris, yeah, you ready to dive in?
Let's start it off.
Alrighty, what do we got coming up first?
I think we're gonna start with the Nina Jet Pro Soft Stretch.
Yes, my favorite inkjet product of
right.
all
Let
time.
me just pass you these shirts. Here you are.
Thank you, kind sir. I'm gonna head over here to the heat
course.
press. And we're gonna be, for the sake of time, all these graphics have a front and back. I hope no one minds. I'm just gonna press the back. Again, for the sake of time.
And while Jared's doing that, I'm just gonna say hi to everybody in the chat.
Oh yeah. What's up, everybody?
What's going on, Jesse? What's going on, Dee? Stephanie, Jill, Deborah, Cindy, Christine, Lisa, and April. How's it going,
Press.
everybody?
Oh, my wire's hanging out. That is bad showmanship.
Oh no.
Right there. Like that is bad video guy, bad content creator. Sorry, guys. My wire was exposed. There we go. All right. And we're gonna do the back.
The back first.
Yeah.
No problem. Here you are.
So this is Nina Jet Pro Soft Stretch. Now, you heard me, and I noticed this is printed in reverse, and we did trim the border off. Now, the border on this is transparent, so if I didn't trim it off, you wouldn't see any color, but you would see like a clear kind of film. So just for the sake of, I want this to be really nice, we trimmed it right to the edge. The cool thing about Jet Pro Soft Stretch is you notice there's a little bit of a white border on the edge, because now that is gonna be virtually invisible. I'm okay with that. We're gonna place this kind of high up on the back just because it's such a tall transfer. I don't want it sitting too low. I make that mistake sometimes. You know, if it's a small transfer, you kind of place it a little bit lower, but something so tall, I wanna place it high so it doesn't appear on like the middle of the back. You don't want it. You don't want it like centered over the small of someone's back. All right. Gonna cover this with parchment paper. My heat press is set to 375 degrees for 30 seconds. Now you heard me say that Jet Pro Soft Stretch is my favorite inkjet product. It truly is. I don't have it here on me, but like on my desk, I have this t-shirt that I pressed when I first started here. It was my first sample t-shirt. So I went to the store, I bought myself a t-shirt because I wanted to try it for myself. It still looks dope. The shirt is beat to heck. Actually, you know what? That's not enough pressure. I'm sorry. We want nice firm pressure for this. Give me just a second. A little too firm. I think that pressure was set for sublimation, which is not a problem at all. There we go. I'm gonna reset that timer. Nice firm pressure. Okay, so anyways, so the shirt is beat to heck. I don't wear it anymore unless I'm like going, well, now it's on my desk. It lives forever on my desk. But near the end of this t-shirt's life, I was just wearing it to bed to clean up around the house, but it was so soft. Anyways, these transfers, Nina Jet Pro Soft Stretch, is the softest transfer in my opinion. Okay, full statement. After you wash it a few times, it is the softest transfer, second only to sublimation. So when you first get it out, there we go. Now Nina Jet Pro Soft Stretch, when you peel it, you could peel it hot or cold, doesn't matter. You just want to peel in one smooth motion. So what I do is I like to pop it with a little stretch. That stretch does a couple things. It helps everything just kind of really get into the fabric. And I'm gonna kind of follow it along here. Should have been done in one smooth motion, but there we go. See, that's what happens when you're in a hurry. So I didn't peel it right because we have a lot to get through today. And so you see here at the top how it kind of messed up. You're supposed to peel in one smooth motion. So one of the big problems that people have with Jet Pro Soft Stretch is this. When you're peeling such a huge piece, you peel it in sections, the shirt kind of pulls. If that happens to you and you want a clean peel it cold. So hot peels, I would do for something smaller. When you get to big 11 by 17 inch prints like this, peel it cold. And then so when you peel it cold, it's the smoothest peel ever. You don't have to worry. You saw how it was kind of pulling right now. You don't have to worry about that. You're not going to get this problem here on the top. It just peels really nice and smooth. And then once you peel it cold, now because we peeled it hot, we don't need to repress it. But let's just say I had peeled it cold. You would give it one final press for about 15 seconds, heavy pressure, and that's gonna kind of seal everything in. You're gonna get a little bit of ink on your parchment, but that's totally okay. What we've done is we've really just kind of smashed that in, and this one is a smooth peel. And this, you see it's still a little sticky. Let that cool. With a lot of transfer papers, you wanna let it cool flat. If I were to let this cool, because it's still pliable, you see it's not sticky anymore. When I first touched it, it was a little sticky. Because it's pliable, if you like take it off immediately and you let it cool in a wrinkled position like this, I don't know if we can get that on camera. If you let it cool in this wrinkled position, it could possibly be permanent. It'll hold that shape and it'll look really ugly. So and this goes for, honestly, you should be cooling all your transfers perfectly flat. Yeah, so anyways, this already feels good. This feels just like screen print, and in my opinion, it washes better than screen print. We're just gonna do the backs of these for time's sake.
Oh, wow, it does feel like screen print.
It feels great, huh?
Yeah.
All right, we're gonna do the head-to-head comparison right now. If you guys have any questions at all, drop them in the comments. We got Ronnie helping us out in the comments. Mia, just here. We have Ronnie helping us out in the comments, and then of course, Chris is here on the iPad. He sees all your comments.
This might be my new favorite transfer as well.
It's dope. Dude, for white t-shirts, like that is great. It's retail quality. So sometimes you might hear us talking about retail quality versus promotional quality. To me, promotional quality is a shirt that somebody needs a t-shirt for a birthday party. They need a t-shirt, they need like a memorial t-shirt, like a rest in peace t-shirt for a funeral. Very common applications where people need like photos, full color transfers. They're not gonna wear it all the time. They really need it for like one special event. That's promotional quality. Some of the transfers that we're using, like this next one, let me get that Parapy Dark Pro. So Parapy Dark Pro, we would consider this to be promotional quality. Now it's not bad. Promotional quality, typically after about, I would say anywhere from 10 to 12 washes, depending on how delicate you are with it, how careful you are. Anywhere from 10 to 12 washes, you are going to start to see signs of degradation. Usually it's gonna be cracking with these transfers. Now with Nina Jet Pro Soft Stretch, here's what I love about that. As long as you peel it hot, or if you peel it cold, repress it with the parchment. As long as you do that, it like wears into the garment. So it doesn't crack, it just kind of wears into the garment very naturally. So it's very, very nice. Now this one, Nina Jet Pro Soft Stretch is only for white or light colored garments. This right here, this is Parapy Inkjet Dark Pro. This is my other, now this was my favorite until Caesar DTV came out, but we're gonna do a comparison in this episode. I just gotta heat press everything first. We're gonna give everybody their fair shake, all right? Get a new piece. Now you saw how I peeled this transfer off of a backing. That's because it's a little bit different. It works a little bit differently than white or light transfer paper. Now what's cool about this is it uses the same settings, so I'm still gonna be doing 375 degrees for 30 seconds. How's it hanging over there, Chris? We got any cool questions? Anybody want to know anything?
Let's see. They're excited to see the inkjet samples.
Okay, cool. Very cool.
All right. Country Girl says, so handy to have a swatch ring. It really is, because you don't want to order like a bunch of a certain material that you're not even like confident on how it's going to feel, how it's going to look afterwards. So 10 for just $10, you know, you get, what is the word for it? Certainty almost.
Yeah,
right?
exactly. You don't have any more questions about it.
Yeah.
Now this one, if you're using parchment, you can just peel it just like that. Again, you want this to cool flat. Don't let that fold as it's cooling. But that's done. There's no extra press. There's no repress on the dark transfer paper. So Chris, here you go. Check this one out.
Thank you very much. Okay.
Now look how easy that was, though. Like you saw how quick this one. It came right out of the printer. We're printing everything today with a Canon Pixma, or sorry, our inkjet transfers today are printed with a Canon Pixma IX6820. And look how you saw how easy that was.
Yeah.
Yeah.
All you do is peel.
Just peel and press.
Peel and press.
We did trim the border off. So of course, with inkjet transfer paper, you do always have to trim the border either by hand with scissors or like a X-Acto knife, or you could run it through your contour cutter like your Silhouette Cameo, or your Cricut if you have one of those. Yeah. Okay. So we're gonna. What else do we got? Well, we got one more. I'm gonna change my temperature on this because we are gonna show you guys the white toner transfers today. Give me just 1 second here. Readjust my heat press. Now's a great time if you guys have questions, by the way. Let's do some Q&A. Or actually, why don't you talk to us about the two transfers we just did?
Mm-hmm.
And if there's any questions, let's get them.
All right. So off initial reaction, right, I could tell that this one has more of a bold, vibrant color.
Yes, that is
Right?
true, yes. I could see that from here. Yeah.
This is more of the vintage look. And as you said, it only works on light colored garments.
Yeah.
So I personally like this better, but you know, you're very limited with this.
Yeah, with like the color range. I like how soft it is, though. The colors still look good, by the way. They're just. Can you put it right up against the dark one? Yeah. So on the dark transfer paper, and this is because the dark transfer paper, it's on. You're printing directly onto a white piece of transfer, whereas with the light transfer paper, you're printing. It's actually onto a clear film. So you're gonna get more vibrancy, and just it looks like we have a tiny bit more detail on the dark transfer. Looks just a little bit more crisp, huh?
Yeah.
Not saying that the light one is bad. We're just kind of comparing them head to head here.
Now, although these colors are better, I do prefer.
For feel.
Yeah.
Oh,
the soft
yes.
stretch. Definitely. Yeah.
I'm all about feel.
So
Like-
you know, each paper has their own like benefits.
Yeah, I live in black t-shirts. Like this is probably in 3 weeks, this is probably the second not black t-shirt that I've worn. This is, by the way, we're gonna press it right now, but this is a white toner transfer on my t-shirt today. Do we have these, can you compare those two that we just did to like Supacolor? I think I
Yeah, of
see
course.
a Supacolor
Let's
and
try to
a,
Put them all in the same frame.
there we go.
All right.
Yeah, and by the way, any questions, everybody, feel free to drop them in the comments.
Super color. And then let me just label these for you all. So
Oh yeah, so we don't mix them up. Actually, I know. Okay, I could tell you just by touching it which one's which.
I'm trying to get there one day.
I could blindfold it. Here, let's have a little fun while we wait for the press to cool down. I'm gonna join you over here.
Okay.
Okay. I'm not even gonna look. All right. Put one in my hand,
All
and
right.
I'll tell you what it is.
Start with this one.
Sublimation.
Correct. See if you get 4 for 4. You're 1 for 1 right now.
Jet Pro Soft Stretch.
Nice. 2 for 2. That leaves 2 more.
Supercolor.
Perfect. And which means that this one is
Oh, the Parapre Dark Pro.
nice. Nice. Perfect score. Good job, man.
Yes. Oh, I didn't realize we're matching today.
I know.
Not planned.
So cute.
Yeah, so hand does make a difference, and of course, I have pressed thousands of T-shirts, so that's how I know. That's actually kind of fun. I was kind of scared that I wrote a check my hand couldn't sign.
Which one do you think feels the most similar in comparison?
Between the two, the most similar, I think. I think the Parapet Dark feels really close to Supercolor.
Mm-hmm.
If we're talking about just weight and how it feels in my hand, one thing I know about Supercolor is that it's gonna last a gazillion times longer. Supercolor's super durable. So yeah. We don't have a DTV transfer today, do we?
We do not.
No, we do not. Okay, just making sure. We're almost at temperature for the heat press.
Okay.
Why don't you tell me what do you think about the feel? If you feeling all for, which one do you want to wear right now?
Which one do I want to wear?
Yeah.
I would say, just off quality, I would say the Supercolor or the Nina Soft Stretch. Sublimation, I'm not really a big fan personally of polyester shirts.
Right.
I know some people are, but I prefer a more like cotton, you know?
Yeah.
So like a thicker cotton. So it's a little bit too light for me. I would go honestly with this one.
Yeah, my man's.
Soft stretch.
Jet Pro Soft Stretch.
I just wish you could do this on dark colored garments because I love like
whoever figures out how to get that feel on a dark colored garment from an inkjet printer, millionaire.
It feels like screen printing.
Yeah.
Right?
Okay, if you're looking for just by feel closest to screen printing, Nina Jet Pro Soft Stretch is going to do it. Now, heads up, because you have to contour cut it. So all these graphics we have today, they're squared off, so they're very easy. You could trim it down by hand. You could do it in a vinyl cutter. It's once you get into like so this shirt that I'm wearing today, I would probably never do this with an inkjet transfer because look at all the details. You have the checkers, you have the pod racer, you have the text. Like this is not something that I would do with inkjet. So the way I look at it is you know your equipment. If you have an inkjet printer and a heat press and you're cool doing white shirts, hey, just offer that to your customers. There's this documentary, I think it was by MTV. It was actually really sad. Just let me preface this. Like, it's very sad, but there's this guy, he has a t-shirt shop, I wanna say in the DC, Baltimore area. And the documentary was basically saying how like, so this gentleman, he makes memorial t-shirts for funerals. And they're saying like, how sad is it, how much business he gets? Like even he was sad. He was like, dude, like, he basically the gist of the documentary, and you should watch it, is like, man, like I feel bad, like, but somebody has to provide this service to my community. You know, I wish people would stop dying. You know, like it's a really interesting like juxtaposition of like his business and how he feels. Long story short, like he was providing that service to his community at an affordable price, so they wouldn't get gouged at the mall or wherever, right? And he's doing a lot of business. Again, sad, but it doesn't have to be funeral shirts. There's enough birthday parties. There's enough bachelorette parties. There's enough other events where you could just be putting pictures on a t-shirt. You could just be putting pictures on a t-shirt, making money. When customers come and ask you, hey, can you do this on a black shirt? Like, hey, I do pictures on white t-shirts. Boom. I guarantee you, there's enough business. It doesn't have to be funerals. There's enough business to go around to where if you focus on that and you market it properly, you can be making money. All right, we're close enough in temperature that I'm gonna get started with the white toner process. So now, this one's gonna be a little bit different. Why don't you give me the big piece, this big single. There we go. Thank you. So now this is a little bit different. We actually call this white toner DTF. Now, a lot of you are familiar with inkjet, or I should say liquid-based DTF. This is different. White toner uses a dry toner. So you get a print on something like this and look at the back. You see how there's a lot of white coverage? Now your sublimation printer, your inkjet printer, those don't have any white ink. So if you were to print this out with sublimation, you guys all know sublimation has to go on a white t-shirt. We were just talking about Nina Jet Pro Soft Stretch, has to go on a white t-shirt. With white toner, if you have a white toner printer, the printer brings the white. So that way you have, man, I almost wanted to put Jet Pro Soft Stretch on a black t-shirt just for fun, just to prove this point.
We
We could do that later, yeah, if we have time. So basically your white toner printer puts a layer of white so that way, now this, you could put it on any color garment. So this is an example. Now, the steps used to customize this are a little bit different. So what we're gonna do here is we have to put the adhesive on it. So this print that you're seeing right here, that's just the toner, the ink. There's no adhesive on it. So if I heat press it to a shirt, just like that, nothing would stick to my shirt. I'd probably just get a little stain in the vague image of my transfer. Now this, so this white sheet, this has all the adhesive on it. And this is a pro tip for you guys. If you're already doing white toner, put a little piece of parchment right there in the corner, and that's gonna start your peel. And actually, I wanna start my peel over here today. So I'm gonna put that in. I'm gonna cover this up. Now this is, I'm gonna loosen my pressure just a hair. Doesn't need to be heavy. Now this is gonna go at anywhere from 300 to 320 degrees for 90 seconds. That felt a little bit light, actually, sorry.
Couple questions for you, Jared.
Go for it.
All right, so does the Parafi Dark Pro transfer paper come in a larger size than the letter size?
Yes, it does, but we didn't have a pack open, so we just used the letter size. We try to not be wasteful. So we had the letter size pack open already, and that's what we used.
All right.
But yes, 11 by 17. All of our transfer paper comes in 11 by 17 and 8.5 by 11. Some do also come in like an A4, which is like a Euro size. That's close to 8.5 by 11.
Got it. Thank you. What size heat press is that?
This is our, oh my gosh, I haven't even introduced my partner today. This is the HPN Signature Pro 16-inch by 24-inch heat press. This is a gigantic monster that we love. I'm gonna be honest. I'm gonna cover its ears. It's a little overkill for a lot of shops. Okay, sorry. It's a little overkill for a lot of shops, but we show it just because we like to show lots of different presses. If you've been watching Heat Press Nation live long enough, you'll know that we cycle through presses every couple weeks, months. So right now we've got the big 16 by 24. If you keep tuning in a couple weeks, you'll probably see us swap it out for a different heat press, just to show everybody all the different options. Can you throw me a blank t-shirt?
Of course.
I forgot one thing today, and that was my gloves. So when you get to this point, the peel, you're gonna need some gloves or some protection from the heat. And I'll show you why. So this is hot, right? It's been pressing for 90 seconds. Everything's gonna be very hot. And so here's why I have a t-shirt. I'm gonna start my peel, and you're gonna peel low and slow in one single smooth motion. So with my hand with the t-shirt, I'm just holding it down. But because that bottom plate is so darn hot, I don't want to touch it with my bare hand. So that's why I have this. I forgot my glove today. All right, now you probably won't be able to see it, but there's like an imprint of my transfer on that sheet. So now, with that adhesive, now this looks even more white, right? The adhesive does add an extra layer of opacity in addition to the white toner. And now look how bold that looks. Sorry, I'm not centered. Doggone it. That looks amazing. So now it's ready to be pressed onto our blank black t-shirt. There we go. Thank you, Christopher.
Of course, of course. See, which printer is the white toner DTF from Dolores?
Oh, so today I printed this transfer with our Creo 8432 WDT white toner printer. Of course, we have a couple other models available. For more information on white toner printers, you can go to heat.press/white toner. And that's gonna do that. Pre-pressing here. You don't want any moisture on it. So now this transfer that we just printed, it's gonna go right here on my shirt. I wanna make sure that's like centered proper. Oh, one more thing. So give me some scissors.
Scissors. Oh, cut off the
yeah.
edges, right?
So when you're using white toner, sometimes a little bit of the adhesive will stick to the border of the clear plastic sheet, and you don't want that. It'll get on your shirt. So I know we say no cut, so you don't have to like put this through your vinyl cutter, but you do probably want to just trim off the edges, and that was really fast. Now, what's cool about this is there's no like, when we say no cut, there's no cutting or weeding like with your vinyl cutter. You saw me do a very quick and loose trim. Ow. Again. You saw me do a very quick and loose trim. And then while this is pressing, now this press is only gonna be 30 seconds, so we're gonna keep an eye on it. Actually, that's a little too close to the edge. I'm gonna lower that just a bit. There we go. 30 seconds. So you see this right here. All this detail, I didn't have to cut anything out. No vinyl cutter, no scissors. The print, what's cool about this is the adhesive only sticks to the print. And because the adhesive only sticks to the print is the only part that sticks to your t-shirt. So that's really cool. Again, this step is only 30 seconds. So right here, we're at 64. I have 90 seconds on the clock, so there we go. Now, one other thing to note about white toner is it is a cold peel. So instead of just ripping things off right here on the table, I'm gonna hand this over to my buddy, Christopher.
Thank you.
He's gonna let it cool down somewhere, and then we'll peel that in a moment.
Right.
I'm actually gonna turn the press back up because I do wanna press Jet Pro on a black shirt.
Got it. Let's do that.
All right, so now's a good time. If you have any questions about anything that you've seen today, please drop it in the comments. I'm super curious to see what you guys think about it. We are giving away 5 swatch books today, and we're gonna be giving that away in just a moment. So we're gonna do like a final comparison. Perfect. We're gonna do a final comparison as soon as we peel this white toner transfer. We're gonna compare it to all the other transfers. We're gonna compare it to the to the Jet Pro. We're gonna compare it to the inkjet stuff. We're gonna compare it to the sublimation stuff. And yeah, and actually because this is heating up right now, is it cold yet?
It's still a little bit warm. It needs to be completely cold, right?
Let's see, I'm gonna feel it. Oh yeah. It does. Let's fan it.
Nice. And what are these like small holes that are in the image?
You know, that's a great question. So I'm gonna show that off once we do the peel. But with white toner, there are a few things that you could do to really make your transfers like unique, last as long as possible, be as soft as possible. And that step that I did on this transfer, which you probably can't see from there. But if you look, you'll see thousands, well, I think thousands, hundreds for sure, I didn't count. You'll see a gazillion little tiny holes in the transfer, and that actually breaks it up. It lets the shirt come through a little bit, softens up the transfer, makes it a little bit more durable, a little bit more wearable, a little bit more washable. All right, are we cold yet?
I think so.
All right, let me see.
I think we should be good.
Do you want to peel it?
Oh yeah, I can. If you think it's cool enough.
Here, let's give it like legit. Give it like a few more seconds. There we go. You don't want the soup to be too hot.
Exactly. Don't want to burn the roof of your mouth now. All right.
Okay, do you know how to peel this one?
Just like
Yeah. So you're just gonna roll it.
roll it
back.
off. Oh, roll it like this.
Yeah,
It's
there
really
we go.
cold, so it's easier, I think, right?
Yep. So the white toner transfer, you just roll it off. Now, as you can see, it's very glossy.
Very.
Don't worry, in the repress, we're gonna fix all that. Not bad. Okay, let me give it the quick little repress.
Yeah, it looks so shiny.
Then we'll show it off here. Yeah. You know, I'm gonna be honest, for t-shirt transfers, I'm not a big fan of shiny. I'm not a big fan of glossy. I like just a simple matte finish. So now for the repress, we do sell a thing called the T-Seal. It's like a silicone rubber type sheet that actually gives you a really nice finish on your t-shirts. It adds to the longevity, but just so you know, you can do it with parchment paper as I'm doing here today. And your repress, you only really need to repress for about 10, 20 seconds. So we're gonna give it 20 seconds here on the clock, and then we're gonna go ahead and do our final peel. Final peel again, we roll, with white toner, we roll everything off. You can see that shine is gone, my friend. And that's actually really nice. So why don't you go ahead and feel that?
Nice.
Can you show off the rasterization, the little tiny holes to the upscam? So you have to get really close to see it, what we did. You see all those tiny little holes? Believe it or not, even though they're very tiny and they're almost unnoticeable, like unless you're putting your face like inches away from somebody's chest or back or whatever, from their t-shirt, you're not gonna notice, but in the feel, you really do notice it. You really do notice it. It really helps the feel because instead of one solid piece of transfer, you're breaking it up a lot. So there we go. All right. So now it's time. We have what? How many come in the swatch pack? 7 transfers?
7. Yeah.
So of the 7 today, we're showing off. We pressed 3, and we're showing off 5. But if you want all of them, let me grab this really quick. If you want to see all 7, you could get your own swatch book. We're going to be giving away 5 swatch books. Oh, don't forget to check in on our Facebook. I know we have some Facebook comments coming in too.
Sure.
I believe we do. I hope we do. And yeah, you can see, I'm going to run through them right now while Chris is prepping them for our final. We're going to do a final comparison. If you want to do your own comparison, you got White Toner, Nina Jet Pro Soft Stretch. You got Therapy Dark Pro. We got, Caesar Easy Color DTV. That's the one we didn't do today. I think we're going to be doing that in an upcoming episode. Not sure when. DTV, by the way, is my new favorite for dark garments with an inkjet printer. Caesar Easy Subli. Crowd favorite right there. And then, of course, Sublimation, which is the softest. You'll feel it. And then for reference, vinyl, because I know a lot of you guys are starting with vinyl. Now, here's one thing you can do. If you want to say, well, how does it wash? I feel kind of bad destroying this. Should I destroy this? Show them?
We have these.
Oh, there we go. See?
Here you are.
So if you just like rip them out of the holder, you'll see that these are individual pieces of cloth. We pressed all of these by hand. Apparently there's no way to mass produce these samples. So we printed out a gazillion, we print and cut a gazillion of these. And because these require different printers, like we had somebody like printing all the sublimation ones, and then actually yours truly, I actually printed a bunch of the white toner ones. So I have my hand in the tiniest form on some of these. By the way, big shout out to our production team. I know Jose and his crew have been working very hard on these. These are all handmade here at Heat Press Nation in Fullerton, California. So a real life human, when you get your swatch book, a real life human had to go, all this vinyl had to get weeded by a real life human. There's no robots who can make these. So yeah.
No AI generated swatches.
There's no AI swatch. You can't chat GPT a swatch book. So yeah, they're all handmade. Get yours. You could rip it apart, wash test everything yourself. Really great way to get actual samples in hand without having to buy this printer and that printer and that printer. All right, Chris. So as you guys saw earlier, just by touching it, I knew what it was. I have a lot of experience with this. What I love about Chris is still, you're not super new anymore.
I'm not super new anymore. There's this might be the last paper that I haven't touched yet, but I'm still learning the process for a lot of things. I've mastered a lot of things, but I think that the room for error can still get smaller.
Yeah. Well, I love it. So do me a favor. You close your eyes and touch them all.
All right.
And tell me which one you like.
Hand them over, Jared.
Okay. All right.
Let's see.
Just tell me which one you think it is actually.
Okay.
All right.
This, I think, is super color.
Yes.
Yeah. And I recognize it because of the glossy kind of like on top feel. This is the soft stretch.
Yes.
Okay. This is white toner. Right?
Oh, dude,
No, that's
what?
wrong.
No, you're right. You're right.
Oh,
This is the
okay.
easiest,
Okay.
this is the easiest one.
Sublimation.
Yeah.
Okay. Yeah, I didn't feel anything. There.
Oh, and then by default, you only have one left.
The Therapy Dark.
Yes. Not bad.
There you go.
Dang, the
See?
student has become the master.
I've been practicing.
All right.
I've been
all
getting my
right.
presses in.
So tell me, what do you think? Just by feel. No, don't go by look. Don't go by whatever. Just by feel. Which one's your favorite?
Just by feel.
Just by feel.
So right now, I'm gonna have to say the Nina Jet Pro Soft
Yeah.
Stretch.
That's nice. It's really nice. Now, by look, which one
look?
do you think? Just if you're just looking at them like, dang, that one's popping.
I like sublimation or supercolor.
Okay, nice. Very cool. Now, for me, if you're asking me by feel, garment, the transfer itself, sublimation is the softest, most vibrant, most permanent transfer on the market. It'll beat screen print, it'll beat anything. The only thing is it's only gonna be working good on white polyester. I'm okay with white polyester. No, let me rephrase that. I'm okay with a Silky Socks white polyester. I haven't found another white polyester t-shirt that I'm stoked on. Silky Socks one I do like. So besides that, not a crazy fan. I have a bunch of Nina Jet Pro Soft Stretch t-shirts that I've made over the years. Big fan of that one. So yeah, you know what? If we're going by feel, I think I like that one a lot. Now, if we're going by which printer I wish I had at my house, I wish I had that white toner printer. Because one thing that we didn't show you is the print process. That white toner print, after I clicked print, it was done in like, I think like 15 seconds, 15, 20 seconds, it was done. On the 11 by 17 inch Nina Jet Pro Soft Stretch, after you click print, it takes your average inkjet printer about 2-3 minutes for a big 11 by 17 print. And that's 2-3 minutes per shirt. So for one shirt, it's not that big of a deal. But when you have like 50 shirts, something you do want to consider. Yeah, so there's really pros and cons to every last aspect. We don't have enough time to get into the pros and cons of each transfer specifically. Today, we really just wanted to show you the look and feel of them all. We have lots of great tutorials on our YouTube channel, so be sure you're subscribed, youtube.com/HeatPressNation, or you can actually do heatpressnation.com/YouTube. I think they both will take you to the same place. But yeah, so that's it for our demos today. We do have some giveaways. So are we ready for that? Should we give them away?
Let's do the giveaways. I think they're excited.
Oh, actually, sorry. When we do the giveaways, our comment section gets destroyed. So before we do, can we check in and just see if there's any cool questions you want to get to? I know Ronnie's been in the chat answering a bunch of questions, so big shout out to Ronnie.
Let's see.
Let's see what we got
From
here.
BU4U Custom Creations, what t-shirts are you using? These are Next Level apparel.
Oh, I love Next Level.
Yeah, these are 100% cotton, right?
Yeah, very. I think these are the 3600s.
Oh, wow.
Yeah, so for my line, I used to use the 3600, and right now, I'm gonna be honest, no, the Next Level 3600 is great. I'm testing out a few AS Color t-shirts.
Oh, yeah?
Yeah, they're a little bit more expensive, but they're nice, dude. Yeah, so anyways.
I actually started trying to set up my own business and everything.
Yeah?
And I've decided that I'm going to use Comfort Colors. I don't know
Ooh,
if
yeah, Comfort Colors are nice too. Yeah.
It gives it kind of like a vintage, like washed feel.
And they're like heavy.
Yeah, and they're heavy. 6.1 ounces.
Yeah. There's, dude, we could talk t-shirts for days. Just blank t-shirts. All right, what other questions we got there?
Let's see. What are your feelings on the DTF Inkjet Printable HTV?
That's combining a couple things. So if you're referring to Caesar Easy Color DTV, which is an inkjet printable, I love it. It's vinyl, so it feels like EasyWeed, but you have the benefit of being able to print on it in full color at home. So because it's a vinyl, you're still gonna have to contour cut it. You're still gonna have to weed it out. But again, you're getting to do full color graphics, which is a big deal for a lot of customers. Now, if you're referring to DTF, the liquid-based DTF that everybody's, seems to be getting into now, these printers, they're in, the $3,000 to $10,000 range. You got the powder shakers, you got the curing ovens, you got the roll feeders. So if you're talking about that DTF, it's great. I've felt them, but I'll let other people, I'll pay somebody to make my DTF transfers. As of right now, man, I think if you're doing enough business to justify that much equipment, yes. It's the maintenance that gets me. I think you have to be dedicated to your DTF printer. And this is just my opinion. If you have a DTF, I'd love to hear what you're talking about, or not what you're talking about. I'd love to hear what you have to say about it from personal experience. I've talked to a lot of people. I've gone to the trade shows. I've seen them. I've felt them. I've used them. I've tested them. And to me, the maintenance, the effort that goes into running the equipment, you'd have to be doing a lot of business to justify that. So for me, if I was a full-time printer, I'd consider DTF. But because I'm not, I'm gonna go the white toner DTF. White toner is very similar. You're printing onto the film, like you just saw, you put the adhesive onto the film, press that. But white toner is just so much less maintenance, so much easier to use. The process is so much more consistent. So I am a big fan of white toner for that reason. I hope that answered your question.
All right. I had another question before we hopped into the giveaway.
Yeah.
I had some couple questions wondering what the dark or the soft touch would look like on the dark garment, because we did
Yes, we said
cover
we
that.
were gonna do that.
We
Let's
said
do it.
It wouldn't look as vibrant.
Nope, it's gonna suck.
Oh, okay. Well,
Yeah.
we're gonna find out.
To not put too fine a point on it. So this is why, and this is actually gonna answer a few questions. This is gonna first answer what does it look like, but also why don't we do sublimation on black? So the reason why I love Nina Jet Pro Soft Stretch is that's a firm pressure. Yeah. So I love Nina Jet Pro Soft Stretch for a few reasons, but it only works on white garments. So you'll notice here, so we're printing onto the, doggone it,
Oh no.
we're getting a different heat press. But the 1624, it sticks out so far. I'm always burning myself on it. Where is it? Oh, I think it's healed. Oh no, I got a couple
no.
burns like right here, like stupid.
Battle scars.
All right, so the Nina Jet Pro Soft Stretch, this is the back of the film. You print on it. Now you don't peel it off. What you're really printing onto is a clear, transparent film that traps your image onto your shirt. So, and sublimation, it's not exactly the same thing, but bottom line is with sublimation, only the ink is transferring. There's no like white ink. So when you're using Jet Pro Soft Stretch, there's no white ink. It's just the ink that is bringing all the color. So here's what happens when you do this. What happens when you do this on a black t-shirt? Because there's no white underbase for your colors, they just seep into the black. It's kind of like using crayons on a black piece of paper. You can kind of see it. You can't really see it. So that's what we're about to see right now. And because we're not quite at 375, I'm gonna let it cook for like an extra I'm gonna need like an extra 10 seconds. Yeah, so that's what we're about to see right now. And this is why, to me, white toner printers are so valuable, because they have that white toner, they have that white underbase. You could put them on any color garment. So it really opens up your world, especially if you're used to doing, here we go. If you're used to doing sublimation, you're used to the fact that, hey, you can't print on dark garments. So we're gonna do like how we did on the white. We're gonna pop it a little bit.
Oh, what does that do? Popping it?
So popping it kind of loosens it up off of the transfer. I am burning myself today.
Oh, I see what you're talking about now.
Yeah, so any light color, that's not any white ink. That's really just the film. After you wash this, it's gonna look even worse.
So it's like a
There
faded
we go.
design. It's like faded.
Extremely faded. Now, again, so the white, actually I'm gonna hand this over to you so you can show it off.
Thank you.
So that any light color you're seeing is actually the film. The film is not super transparent. It's
no.
semi-transparent. So yeah, you could show that overhead if you want to, yeah. So that's really just like the adhesive and the film that you're seeing that's bringing any of that kind of light gray color. Now, after you wash it, that film and adhesive, it washes out and it gets transparent. So this, if we were to wash this after the second or third wash, you probably wouldn't see almost anything.
Yeah.
So this is why we don't use light transfer paper on dark garments.
Mm-hmm.
This is why we don't sublimate onto dark garments. And this is why white toner printers kick major booty.
All right.
I'm a big fan. So, all right, that's gonna do it for our Q&A. I'm ready to give some stuff away. So today we are gonna give away a total of 5 swatch books. We're gonna give away 3 on YouTube, 2 on Facebook. And if you want to know how to win, I froze. You thought your computer froze, huh?
How do you win?
How do you win? Right now, you're gonna see a hashtag come on screen, and all you gotta do is just comment that hashtag. Super easy. You can comment. Oh, there it is. Comment the word or comment hashtag swatch book. SWATCHBOOK. Make sure you're spelling it right. The computer, it doesn't. If you misspell, it doesn't it won't detect it, right? So you can comment once per stream. So go ahead and comment on YouTube if you want to. Comment on Facebook if you want to. Comment on both if you want to, but it's gonna be one comment per stream. Go ahead and comment now. We're gonna give you guys about a minute to get all those comments in. And I would say let's take some questions, but anytime we run this, the comment section just gets spammed with Swatchbook, 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 Swatchbook.
I did see a question earlier though that we failed to mention. So we compared the Nina Jet Pro Soft Stretch on a light and dark colored garment. Now, how does the Parapeat Dark compare to both?
That is a great question. So Parapeat Dark, or let me rephrase, any dark transfer paper will look just as good on a light t-shirt. Now, the light transfer paper is only for light t-shirts. So again, dark transfer paper, it'll look good on any color. So the Parapeat Dark Pro would look great on any color t-shirt, white, black, blue, whatever. And then Super Color, you could put it on any color. The white toner transfers, you could put on any color t-shirt. It's only the light transfers that have an issue. So if we look at our t-shirts today, the two white t-shirts today were done, one with sublimation, and then the other one with Nina Jet Pro Soft Stretch. In both of those cases, you can only do those on white or very light colored garments. The other ones, all the other black t-shirts, the Super Color, White Toner, and Parapeat Dark Pro, you could do those on any colored t-shirts. We chose black just to prove that point. And the comments, okay, that's it. That's it for comments. The contest is done. Let's go ahead and show off our winners today. Each of these 5 lucky winners are gonna get a swatch book sent to them right away. So our first winner is
Lee and Vola Mercer.
Yeah, oh, you guys are gonna have to share. There we go. They're our first winners. That's from YouTube. So we're picking 3 winners from YouTube, 2 from Facebook. Who's our next YouTube winner?
All right.
Let's see. Carla. All right. Well, I hope there's only one Carla.
Right.
All right. So, well, yeah.
They got the original username.
I know the OG, right?
Yeah.
All right. Who's next?
Barbara Ostland.
There we go. Those are our 3
Congratulations.
YouTube winners. Do me a favor. Email us at winner@heatpressnation.com to claim your prize. We got your name. We just need your shipping address. All right, so let's head on over to Facebook now. We got 2 winners coming in from Facebook today. Our first one is Rick Wendy Valdez. Congratulations. You're gonna get a swatch book. And
The final winner.
Chris, go for it. Tell us who it is.
Who is it going to be?
It is.
Who's the lucky guest? Becky Edmondson Choplin.
There we go. Congratulations. You guys, all 5 of you are going to be getting a free swatch book. Now, if you didn't win today, you could still order your swatch book at heat.press/swatchbook. Swatches. There we go. And if you did win, again, please email us winner@heatpressnation.com so we can get your price sent out to you right away. All right, that's going to do it for me. Chris, why don't you take us home today, buddy?
Yeah, of course, man. So don't forget, we still have our half-yearly sale going on. It's at heat.press/sale. Great deals. Great. Lots
Amazing.
of markdowns, everything. Next, HPN Live, we're changing our date and time. We're going to go live every Thursday now at 9 a.m. So
Yes.
it was Tuesday at 1 p.m. Now it's Thursday at 9 a.m. After our lives, we're going to start doing social live streams on
yes.
Instagram and
Exciting.
TikTok. So today, make sure to tune in on our Instagram, Heat Press Nation, at Heat Press Nation, and we're going to go live for a little bit.
Yeah, we're
on
going to
there
show
after.
some stuff off. I think we're going to give some stuff away too, right?
Yeah, more giveaways, more
Yeah.
demos on there as well. Next,
on
if you want
Instagram.
the latest deals texted straight to your phone, make sure to text HEAT to 31592. That's HEAT to 31592. And that's pretty much it from me. My name's Chris. You guys already know Jared, and we'll see you guys next week.
Adios, everybody.